From Ewoks to Star Fox, nerds are passionate about a lot of things, but there's something they love above all else. That is correcting people. This is Actually. We have Jared Logan coming back.
Hi.
Daniel O'Brien.
Hello.
And Haley Mancini.
Hello.
I have here a stack of statements. These are false statements about the franchises that are nearest and dearest to your hearts. If you find a thing that is wrong with what I've said, it's up to you to buzz in and correct me. Now, your corrections must be preceded by the phrase, actually. If you don't use an actually, you will not get a point. Also, you can interrupt me at any time. Doesn't matter what I'm saying, you can just steamroll right over me, because what matters is that I've said something wrong, and it's important to prove that you're a better, smarter person.
Great.
Great! Let's jump right in. The first prompt is about Robocop. It's always funny saying the first topic because you see exactly who's like, got it.
Oh, yeah.
No Robocop head over
Look,
here.
man.
Sometimes you can just, wiggle your way into a correct answer. Who knows? We'll see. All right, Robocop. Officer Alex Murphy is killed by gangsters in rundown near-future Detroit, where he is resurrected as a cyborg police officer, Robocop, by the Wayland Corporation.
Actually, it wasn't the Wayland Corporation.
That is correct. Can you be more specific?
I cannot.
All right, I will give you the point unless someone here can tell me the name of the corporation. Jared is confidently buzzing in.
Actually, it was the Wayland-Yutani Corporation, and then later they sent Sigourney Weaver to space.
That is, you're correct that the Wayland-Yutani Corporation is from Alien, and they sent Sigourney Weaver into space. However, Robocop, that is not the name.
They had their hands in a lot of pies.
Actually, it was the Wayland Smithers Corporation.
This was before the merger.
It was all part of a big Malibu Stacy campaign, and yeah, that's definitely who it was. Go on.
I have my arm in the air because it's right on the tip of my tongue.
I love the idea
corporation.
of Wayland Smithers being the one behind the the adventure in Alien. It's just like yeah, we'll send all these people to die in space.
Needed a side project for being an assistant.
Smithers, what are you up to? Jared, you have 2 seconds to get that name off the tip of your tongue.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
Then the point goes to Daniel O'Brien.
Hey.
Tell me what it was.
What was it?
Omni Consumer Products.
OCP.
OCP.
Ah,
OCP. This is about Dungeons and Dragons.
Fuck.
Cool.
I smell blood in the air.
Of the playable races in D&D, most hail from a familiar Tolkien-esque background, such as elves and dwarves. However, in more recent editions, the game has added playable races such as tieflings, genasi, and Aasimar, descended from demons, dragons, and angels, respectively.
Actually, Genasi are descended from elementals.
That's correct. Genasi are descended from elementals.
I'm sorry. I don't see D&D races.
You're one of those.
fair.
Okay.
No.
It makes a difference, right? Whether you're a Genasi, like the way you're raised, it affects your outlook on things.
Just like in our world, how different races have different powers.
Right, exactly.
Wait, hold on. Wait, we gotta back up here.
Let me explain it.
That's always like a weird thing I found about like fantasy stuff. Like they really gloss over how much like elves and dwarves hate each other for no reason other than race, and like everyone's just okay with it.
Everyone's like, this is just part of. This is how it goes.
Yeah, it's like I will not work with him. He is a dwarf, and it's like no one's like. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, Ella roll.
Not
fucking
cool.
roll with it.
And their like justification is like, dwarves aren't good looking.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like
They're dirty ground people.
Yeah, like,
We
wait,
are
hold on.
spirits of the
Hold
woods.
on, this
Yeah.
isn't good.
They live in the earth, and elves live in a much cleaner place, the trees.
All right, this is about Dune. Shai'Hulud, meaning Old Man of the Desert, is the Fremen nickname for a House Atreides vassal, the grizzled warrior Gurney Halleck.
That's how that question ends?
That's how it
boy.
ends.
Oh, that's like the thing.
Sometimes they're long as fuck, sometimes they're just a sentence. Jared.
Actually, his name is Duncan Idaho.
No, that is not what we're going for here.
That is a guy in Dune, though, right?
I think so. I don't know. It's been a while since
Can you
I've
ask
read
a
it.
question about Doom? The original PC first-person shooter?
We're just gonna slowly tweak the questions
Yeah,
until we
just
finally like land there.
Please start just bending them towards me.
I would love that, but no. This remains a strictly Dune question. Any more final guesses? All right, we are striking out here. Actually, Shai'Hulud is the Fremen word for the massive sandworms that roam through the planet. It seems like an irresponsible nickname to be like, the old man of the desert, this giant, like, menacing worm that will eat you at a moment's notice. Like, that's going to cause confusion.
Let's call a man-eating worm.
Yeah.
Let's call it like it is.
Like the first like people who are out there was like, oh cool, the old man of the desert, he sounds nice. Like let's go see what's up with that. It's in the Zagat guide or the Lonely Planet here. Like let's go see what's going on.
That's not the worst thing about the Arrakis, guys. The moisture suit. You're drinking your own pee through your nose.
Yeah.
Oh, that is pretty bad.
That's the thing you're gonna dislike the most about Arrakis, I think.
Star Trek. The different colored uniforms of Starfleet represent different departments. Red for engineering, blue for science and medical, and gold for command and security.
Actually, red is for instant death.
Tell
me I'm wrong.
That is essentially true.
Aha! I get a point.
Can you tell me?
He hasn't said that yet.
Can you tell me the department that it's in?
I don't know, infantry, engineering, like what you said.
The
point is they die.
That is true. I'll give you the point unless someone can tell me.
Actually, it's red for command and security, gold for engineering.
It is red for security. That is the part that we're going for here.
Oh, so I added too much. Well, let me ask
As
you, are we
usual.
talking about TOS or TNG, Mike? Because you weren't specific on that particular...
You just keep adding specifics like it's
Well,
going to get you a
I want
point.
to know what generation it is. Is it the 42nd century or the 24th?
You don't get to
I'm
know.
I'm done!
Haley will get your points. All right. This brings us to our first shiny question. Now, shiny questions, just like shiny Pokemon, are basically the same as every other question. They're a little bit different, a little bit rarer, and worth basically the same thing. Only one person is going to get a chance to answer. So I'm going to give you the topic. The first person to buzz in will get the question. The topic here is Star Wars. Daniel. Now, these are some droids from Star Wars. We've got some scattered letters and numbers around here. Put the appropriate name underneath each droid by arranging these letters and numbers. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, and begin. Is that your final answer?
Daniel's been practicing on his fridge at home.
Yeah, I mean, I would just do a different scramble of those letters and number.
All right, let's look at what you got here. This is in fact IG-88, R2-D2, BB-8, C-3PO, and I'm afraid that it is K2SO, not KOS2.
Sure.
You got more than half though, so I'm gonna give you the point.
No, I'm gonna get the shit kicked out of me.
K2SO.
K2SO.
Potassium sulfide?
The newest one. You've only had a year to learn it.
We made a few mistakes in our last episode. Let's see what you whiners had to say. At Paul Robolino says, Faramir was injured during what is more commonly called the Battle of Osgiliath. I called it the Siege. At Mirza High tells us that while Oz does sort of commit an act of infidelity, that's not what causes them to break up. Oz's werewolf nature had become more uncontrollable, and he abandons Willow to find a cure. This is about It. Stephen King's It.
Oh.
In Stephen King's It, the members of the Losers Club get lost in the sewer after battling It, and only manage to escape by calming their nerves with the ancient power of the ritual of Chud.
Actually, don't they have an underage sex orgy?
That is correct. They have an underage sex
I was
orgy.
just gonna say, but like, is it called Chud?
After the ritual of Chud, yes, it's the big underage sex orgy.
It never really rang true for me because they all take turns having sex with the one gal in the group, and then one of the kids is like, oh, you know what? I remember. We turned right back there.
It's like sex on every HBO show. You're not totally sure why it was even necessary, but like they definitely put it in there. You probably
It's
thought
just
that was the only way to have character development for the girl.
Well, Stephen King's official explanation
Yes,
for it
please.
is that this is supposed to signify the kids growing up. They've lost their, like, they went through this thing together where they beat the dark.
Actually, girls grow up when they get their periods. They don't need to have underage sex with a bunch of guys.
With 5 of their friends in a fucking sewer.
Yeah, in a sewer.
The worst way to lose your virginity, for sure, right?
It's really, really.
Question 7. It's about The Simpsons.
Oh, thank God.
It may seem like a job that requires no training, but Krusty's past, present, and hopeful sidekicks all attended Ivy League schools. Sideshow Bob went to Harvard, Sideshow Mel went to Cornell, and Cecil, Sideshow Bob's brother, went to Princeton.
Actually, Cecil was never in the running to be his sidekick.
He actually did. He auditioned to be his
I don't
sidekick.
need that.
Didn't make
He
it.
has his shoes. He has small feet.
Um,
Oh no, he does have big feet. He actually has big feet, Krusty.
he doesn't have the gravitas to,
Yes, he doesn't, yeah.
to take the
But-
pie correctly.
Sideshow Mel went to Yale, I think.
That is incorrect.
Damn it! Oh, my big chance.
Actually, Sideshow Mel went to Yale.
I like what your mind is thinking. You did not say him actually, but it remains incorrect.
Oh,
Eh, well, at least I was able to needle Haley about her rules infraction.
it was great.
That's the most important thing.
Actually, Sideshow Bob went to Yale, not
Oh,
Harvard.
so I had Yale and I just put it with the
You
wrong
put it with
guy.
the wrong sideshow. Yeah.
Almost stop. What are you?
Take that, Jared.
That's pure frustration. Look,
Wouldn't have counted anyway. Just saying.
this question is about the name of the wind.
Actually, it's paint with all the colors of the wind. I've seen Pocahontas. I know this.
Oh right, this was something else entirely.
Take that,
You're just
Jared.
answering topics now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we talking about going off topic and just adding information?
Well.
Jared.
I mean, it could be worth a point sometimes.
Name of the wind, quote, learns the beginnings of magic from the scholar named Abernathy, including the rudiments of sympathy, as well as arete, the willpower that allows one to power their magic.
You know, you read a novel, and you don't know that someone will wait for you to tell them the specific correct names later.
Still think it's about Pocahontas.
Actually, arete is not the willpower used to power magic.
That's correct. Can you tell me what it is?
I refuse to.
Oh, you
Okay? I'm
refuse, do
taking
you?
a stand.
Yeah.
Very well. Arete is from Mage, the Ascension. Alar is the term used in The Name of the Wind.
Holy shit, can we just talk about Mage the Ascension for a little while?
Guys, can we?
Actually, no.
Okay, well,
Jared's
I
like,
have forums online where I can get that out of my system.
Okay, we're moving on. This is our second shiny question. The topic is monsters. Jared
Had that
barely
loaded
even...
no matter
Wow.
what.
This is a little mini game called Hear Me Roar. So what we're going to do is we're going to play some sound samples of famous monster roars. We want to see if you can identify the monster from the roar itself. All right, let's hear that first sound.
Please. Don't insult me. That is Gojira.
That is Godzilla, and I will continue to insult you.
Yay.
All right, let's play that next cue.
Really made a
Just
meal
kind
of
of
that
like
one.
listening to it. I have to guess after Godzilla, you're going to go straight to King Kong.
That would be a correct guess. That was
good.
King Kong.
All right.
All right, let's hear our next one.
I mean, it's either Frost
Can
or
we-
Nixon.
This is killing you.
This is so mean.
You know this?
This is so mean.
Haley, help me out.
You want me to help you?
Yeah, you know what
split
this
the points?
is?
It's Ghidorah, isn't it?
You think it's definitely Ghidorah? Or are you trying to trick me?
Well, who knows?
This is my shiny question, and I'm saying Rodan.
That is incorrect. That was a Nazgul from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, thank goodness. All right. Well,
We
This
switched
was-
franchise.
We switched franchises.
yes, we've moved away from kaiju. Okay.
All right, let's play that next roar.
That is a xenomorph from the Alien
That is a
franchise.
xenomorph from
Yeah.
Alien, correct. Let's play the next roar.
Wow, all of that?
All that was were all roars from the same creature.
Haley has something to
Haley,
say.
go ahead. What did you want to say? Okay, thanks. It's a velociraptor.
It is a velociraptor.
Oh!
from
I can't
Jurassic
handle
Park.
this right for a show that has
Thanks.
monsters. stickers all over
No,
it.
this is great.
Yeah, this is great for everybody.
This is my
This
torture.
Total
Now
respect for
I
the
get the
rules.
points if I win this, right?
Yeah, sure.
You know what? That's fine with me. I can't just go without answers being
Yeah.
given.
And I'm a big enough man that I'm not too macho to ask for help.
All right.
Hey, look at that.
Kind of a cool thing about
See,
me.
we've become a union.
I love it. This is
And
great.
I'm again brought down by my macho-ness.
Yes. Your masculinity.
Let's play that next roar. Do we need to hear that again?
Yes, I do.
All right. Any thoughts on what that one could
Baby from the television series Dinosaurs.
Ha 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 ha.
Is that your
ha,
final
ha,
answer?
ha, ha.
You're doing a bit?
Are you doing a bit? Are you
I
joking?
legit don't
my
know what the
gosh.
hell I just heard.
That son of a bitch said its
I-
name. It said its own
Char,
name.
Char. I choose you, Charmander.
Oh, Charmander.
It does have the same musical cadence of
didn't-
not the mama. I will agree that
Yeah.
does kind of sound like baby.
I didn't know Charmander. I only knew that Pikachu said its own name. Do they all
No,
yell
they
their
all
own
do.
names?
They all
Most
say
of
their
them
own
do,
names.
yeah.
This,
I had
this,
aged out of that
this shiny
series.
question is lost on you.
This is kind of built for you. I'm so sorry you don't get to
Supposed to be about monsters, and I just got a fucking Charmander.
We have one more here.
Wow. Something tells me that I am listening to The Predator.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, actually, it's Robocop.
He's malfunctioning.
That was a Zergling from StarCraft.
A Zergling. You know what I used to do when I would play StarCraft is I would just play with my name Jar Jar Binks, and then I would just be like, "Is some people gonna die?" And people get very angry playing against me.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I broke some rules, but I think that I should. I mean, this was so sad and unfair
I
and
totally get that.
tragic for me.
I'm
gonna-
putting an asterisk on this if you're not going to do it, because there were some shenanigans that happened.
There's definitely some shenanigans.
Look,
Jared
I'm
plays.
confident.
I'm riled.
If you want to take the points away, at the end of the game we'll show who the winner is.
I'm
here.
giving myself an embolism over here.
Haley, would you like the points for this shiny question?
Yes, I would.
Very good. We will give that shiny question point to Haley, who.
We said we unionized. It's only fair. It's true.
That's right. Yeah, no, you answered one of the
What?
3 that I answered correctly, so that's
She knew
completely fair.
Velociraptors when you didn't.
It's true.
That's true. And I knew Godzilla and
And she
King
got
Kong.
Charmander
And I
straight
got
away,
Charmander.
which is
Yeah.
definitely
Which
the
was a
easiest
good-
one.
And I knew all
that.
the other ones.
Yeah.
It's only fair, Jared.
All right.
It is.
And now he's going to be quietly resentful.
Now, if there's something that we got wrong and it's driving you fucking nuts right now, you can correct us by tweeting us at the Twitter handle on the screen right now. This is on DC Comics. Superman, known originally as Kal-El, was born on the planet Krypton, which was destroyed in a terrible cataclysm. Although the exploding planet would not have been able to harm the invulnerable infant Kal-El, the fearsome Yes, Jared.
Actually, infant Kal-El would have been hurt by Krypton's explosion because his powers come from the Earth's yellow sun.
That is correct. It is the powers of the sun that give Superman his powers.
Enjoy your points, Haley.
I was just going to ask you for that point.
Can Haley have your point?
Jared, now that we're friends,
If
can
you-
I have your point?
Give her that one, too.
There we go. Cool.
All right, you're being mean now. You're just being like passively
Yeah,
mean.
come on! I'm not quietly resentful, I'm loudly
There we
resentful.
go. Jared and I have gone through the full arc of like enemies to friends to frenemies.
Meanwhile, America's been watching this hard-working
Stud.
Christian get points the old-fashioned way.
Daniel's just
No,
slowly realized
nope.
that he's really cool and has big guns.
This is about Labyrinth. Sarah Williams' life is thrown into chaos when Jareth, the Goblin King, kidnaps her baby brother Toby and threatens to sink him in the bog of eternal stench unless his sister can rescue him.
Actually, Jareth's plan is not to sink Toby in the bog of eternal stench. Jareth's plan is to make Toby, I believe, the new or next Goblin King.
I believe that's accurate, yes. Can you tell me where the bog of eternal stench comes?
Actually, from the Neverending Story.
No,
No, the
Eternal
bo- oh,
Sadness.
what?
I think that's Eternal Sadness.
Oh shoot! It
actually,
is where the
bo-
horse dies.
That's the second time that's come up in a question not related to that part
Well,
of the
maybe
movie.
because
that's
it's a traumatic
It
movie.
does- it
because that
sticks in your
horse
brain.
Dies. It's horrible.
Yes, the bog of eternal stench appears elsewhere in Labyrinth. That's what Hoggle almost falls
that's
into.
Sorry, I'm
It
just.
makes you smell forever. All right, we're moving on to our next and final shiny question. Your topic, is drugs.
Oh. Woo!
Sci-Fi offers us visions of the future, and even though they disagree on a lot of things, they do agree that the drugs in the future are going to be weird as hell. So this game is all about these fictional drugs. Now Bob, the Acolyte here, is also going to be our drug dealer for this particular game. Inside his trench coat, he has a number of drugs that are featured in books, movies, TV shows. It's up to you to take the drug and match it with the appropriate person from that franchise. You look a little nervous.
I thought it was going to be drugs of the present,
You know.
not drugs of the future.
No, man, it's the What about this show has led you to believe that we'd be talking about
I don't
drugs
know.
of the
It was
present?
just, it was a reflex.
That's all right.
It was like, drugs.
Cool, get in there.
Legal drug, chemicals.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. Whenever you're ready, let's go. Let's take a look what you got here. This is 100% correct.
Teamwork, guys.
You have Slurm from Futurama, obviously. You got
Yeah.
that one right off the bat.
Got this one right off the bat, too.
Yep, Brave New World. Daniel was correct. This is from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. The Moloko Plus is from Clockwork Orange.
That's what it's from. Oh, right. I was like, why is that so familiar? Yeah.
Yes. The Spice for the Fremen is from Dune. Dune, once again, rears its ugly head. And, of course, the Death Sticks. George Lucas giving the lamest name to drugs ever, Death Sticks. Sounds like something that Dare invented to scare children away from drugs.
It's also,
Just do
as far as
Death
drugs go, like, it literally takes a year off your life every time you smoke it. Like, that's the effect it has. It's pretty heavy-handed.
Does it do
Really?
anything else?
I think it gets you a little bit fucked up.
A little fucked up, but a year off your life. Those are the drugs of the future. Thank you, Haley. We'll give you a point.
Woohoo!
This is our final question of the game, and as always, the last question concerns real-life skills. Meat is delicious, but also presents certain health risks. Because of the risk of salmonella and trichinosis, the USDA recommends that poultry and pork should be cooked to 145 degrees Fahrenheit.
Actually, poultry should always be cooked to 165 degrees.
That's correct.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh, that's stereotypical of me, isn't it?
You-
Even in your victory,
shit.
you
Take
lose
it away.
Oh, my
for your gender.
That was Betty Crocker. I'm actually going to make a Jell-O mold.
Actually, it needs to be ready as soon as he gets home from work, or there's
Yeah,
trouble.
exactly. Oh, the worst.
I will say-
The only one I was like 100% sure on.
All right, well, that's where we have to wrap up. Final scores here, Jared Logan with 4, Daniel O'Brien with 3, Haley Mancini with 4. And that ends our episode. Join us next time for even more hyper-specific, pedantic corrections on Actually.